Well guys, I'm just gonna show you a little bit of just got a service call here. I'd say that you guys know I'm always busy. Man, this year's, I cannot keep up. And I know I can't afford to hire somebody. Before you say that, I can't afford it. I can't afford to hire somebody. I can't afford to go back and chase. I make mistakes myself, don't get me wrong. But it's bad enough if I make a mistake where I have to fix my own screw up, but it's bad, and it's even worse when you get somebody that claims to know that they know how to do something and you're constantly chasing them. Every job they do, you got to go back. I've had 3 different guys hired over the years, and I just got tired of dealing with it. Anyway, so you just got to do what you can, and that's all you can do. I mean, pretty much, pretty simple. Anyway, I gotta look at this swather. I got one with a leak. It sounds like on the cutter bar. Sometimes these guys here aren't the brightest stars in the sky. Let's see here. And then I think this little tractor over here won't move. This should be the swather, I think. Yeah, this is the one right here that had the oil leak. Hopefully it didn't run that cutter bar out of oil. That would not be good. And then we'll see if we can see. I got a 24 valve Cummins. I was pulled out of one of my ranch accounts this morning. Pulled that thing out of there because he had brought it in because somebody else had looked at it for him or something, I guess, and they told him that his dual mass flywheel, the spring is probably broken it, because he called me and said, oh, it's vibrating really bad. And anyway, I went out there. We had to watch my daughter graduate. Hang on a second, I get these dogs out. Come on, guys. Oh, big man. Okay, let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, we got a leak here, huh? That is not good. What's going on there? Why is that doing that? Huh. That's like the cutter bar oil, huh? Well, hopefully this end cap seal must be bad. Yeah, I think I got some more in there. Well, hopefully it does. Hopefully the cutter bar didn't run out of oil, so we're gonna have to drain it anyway. But okay. I got new seals in there. Let's go see if we can find a seal, and we'll be back. Okay, yeah, it's just yesterday. Let's see here. Let's run down to sequence of events here lately that's been happening. Oh, there's a little shield here that we got to take off. It can be real fun sometimes because the carriage bolt's trying to hold them. Sometimes what I do is take a screwdriver and wedge it if I get a little bit of gap there. That way it'll put a little tension on the hex on that carriage bolt. One of my other ranch customers, they get swathers just like these. Well, they got an R450 and a W235 like this one. This outfit here has 2 W235s. Anyway, the day that I was going to go up to my daughter's graduation for college, Marco called me and said, hey man, this swather quit in the middle of the field. Went out there, wouldn't throw any codes, cranked on it, so we just started. And I went out there and initially I had went down there that day, so we were supposed to, my wife told me we had to leave by 1 o'clock to head to Corvallis. So I left early that morning. I had an injection pump on a 210J, I think it was. I can't remember. Skip loader, John Deere skip loader. And then I had to basically put a top cover on a pump and fix that. I'm trying to remember where the other bolts are. I thought, yeah, that's right. I remember that now. It's a pain. Anyway, I was over there doing that pump, and I didn't bring my laptop with me because I didn't think I was going to need it. I was just going to put the injection pump together on that one machine and go back home and get ready to go. Well, Marco called me and said that Swather had quit in the middle of the field, so we went over there, and of course it wouldn't throw any codes, and I didn't have my laptop with me, and he did say it threw some kind of pump code, and it was in the memory on the onboard diagnostics, so I went off that, and so we just started trying to diagnose it without a laptop, which is kind of tough on a modern day electronic engine. But we pulled so you got two pumping units on them. Well, I'll show you right here. These Denso pumps have two, almost like a common rail pump and an ISX. It's similar, but not quite. These Denso pumps on these, so here's your two plungers right here, and they almost have like cartridge valves on them. So anyway, we had verified. Now, the lift pump system on these two machines are different than that one over there. A Draper type header has a different lift pump. Don't tell me why, but it has a whole different fuel system on the low pressure side. Anyway, we'd cracked the line going in to because what it does, it comes out of that lift pump, comes around the side of the cylinder head, goes through this EGR cooler, comes out of the EGR cooler right here, goes into the ECM cooling plate, comes out of the ECM cooling plate, goes back into the common rail pump for the supply for it. Well, we cracked this and we had all kinds of fuel there, and I said, it's not the low pressure fuel pump, because we had changed that year before it went out. And I said, I can't believe that pump would be out already. Anyway, so we knew we had fuel there, so we pulled the discharge lines off each one of these, just pulled them clear off. Well, this one on this, I would say, hits the back of the machine, but the front of the engine, the front here, this one was squirting clear over the frame rail. Well, me and Marco were sitting here watching it. This one here never would do it. It just dribbled and ran down the side of the pump. So we unplugged these and we swapped them. Keep in mind, I didn't have a laptop with me, so we were just trying to do the best we could with what we had. We swapped them, and it didn't make any difference. I said, it's not electrical, man. It's not the cartridge valve. It's not electrical. It's got to be something with the plunger in it. So we ordered a pump, and I told him, you know what? I'll bring my laptop back with me when I get back from my daughter's graduation, and we'll do a little bit thorough diagnosis, and if worst case scenario, we'll pay a restocking fee and send the pump back if that's not the problem. Well, I took my laptop with me, and I checked all kinds of stuff. Never would throw. That's what's crazy, guys. Cranked on that thing, doing all the tests with it. Never would even throw a low rail pressure code or nothing. Pulled the rail pressure sensor electrical connector off and checked 5-volt reference to that, the signal return and the signal, everything was good there. Ended up pulling that pump off of there, and we put the pump on there. She fired right up, so I got lucky there. It's just weird that it wouldn't even throw a low rail pressure code cranking on it, because you would sit there and watch the live data on your laptop, sit there and read 0 psi the entire time. The entire time it read 0 psi. And I was kind of second guessing myself there for a little while, thinking, man, do I got a bad rail pressure sensor? I says, because that one pumping unit was doing something, but I just couldn't believe that, 0 psi. Anyway, we got lucky. I don't know, me and Marco were pretty certain that pump was what was bad, because you seen that front pumping unit wasn't doing anything. And this machine's only got maybe 2,800 hours on it, and you're already putting a $3,000, $3,500 pump in it. What a piece of shit, huh? So we got to take, I don't think well, I do. To get that belt off, you have to take, you know what? I think I can just detension it. I got a new seal right there. Should be able to go over some with that, just like that. Okay, let's pull, get a 15/16. This little Ford Ranger over here that, I wonder if it showed up. Somebody said that they thought maybe it might have. The powertrain control module, couldn't get that thing to run. It's got a manual transmission in it. They've got another little Ford Ranger sitting out there that's similar, but it's got an automatic in it. Well, I did numerous things trying to get it to run, and I finally figured out I could squirt ether in the intake and the throttle body and it would fire. I said, man, I don't think that PCM is I didn't have a Noid light with me, but I thought, I bet that PCM is not, the injector driver went out and it's not pulsing the injector to shoot the fuel. So I went and robbed the PCM out of that one and stuck in there, and it started right up. Of course, it ain't right because that one's an automatic and that one's a manual, so it's no speedo or nothing on that. But let's see, what was I gonna get here? I was looking, oh look, right there. What's that? Oh, that's the old one out of it. I don't know, somebody said maybe the new one. We ordered one off eBay and like a month ago, and it never showed up, and they paid for it and everything. Apparently it got lost. So I don't know what the situation there is, but that off of there. Now a guy can get in there and get the other bolts out. Handier. Here comes the wind. Yeah. I can do this without losing all the hardware. We gotta get this. Okay, we gotta get these little carriage bolts out and get this shield off of here. And there's that one. One of my little carriage bolts must have fell out because I don't see it. It's got to be right here somewhere. Damn it. There's 3 of them in there. I'll look for it here in a little bit, but let's go ahead and get this. Move this out of the way. I need to blow this off best I can. There's my carriage bolt right there. Let's take that screwdriver and take my sunglasses off so I can see. It's dark in here. Man, I have to get a damn light, huh? Oh, come on. I'm having a hell of a time here. What the hell? Let me get a 1/4" driver ratchet, I guess. Yeah, come on. Okay. I gotta get these out here. Dig around in here. I don't know if this is the one that the cutter bar ran out of oil a couple years ago, and because those should have all been new seals in there. Blow some of this dirt and shit off of here. Going to have to get a ratchet for that. Basically, the bad thing about it, we have to dump the whole cutter bar. Have to refill it, but that's okay. At least we'll know how much is in, I guess. One thing about it, they didn't come loose. She should really start puking oil up now. Come on. Come on now, what are we doing? I think it's pretty well out. Okay. This one down here seems to be loose. Well, hopefully it didn't run it low on oil and destroy it. Happen one of these real easy. Okay. I need a new bolt for this one end here. It's worn clear off. Look at that bolt, how it's all worn off. And I think I got some new bolts in there. Now I gotta get this hose to break free here. Alright. Why won't that bolt come out of there? Oh, it's hitting the hose. That's because it's hitting the hose. The way they got this designed is not the most smartest thing I've ever seen. Can't get the hose off. Let's see here. Here's that seal. I can't really tell what it looks like because I can't get this hose off there. Alright, we get a pair of pliers or something. Look at it. I don't know if you can see that, but it's torn. Got a new one here. I don't know if I should put some grease on that and try to make sure it stays put. I maybe should. Let's get some grease. Let's get some grease and put in this groove. I just don't want that sucker coming loose on me. Okay, it should stay put, hopefully. Put this camera right in the bucket of oil. It's still working so far. I don't know what it's going to look like once I edit it. You son of a bitch. Fucking never fucking fails. It never fucking fails. Right in the bucket every single time. If that bucket was laying clear at the back of the machine, it still would have wound up in the bucket. Stay put. Maybe I'll just let that drain. Get all that old oil out of there. Let's go look at this tractor. See why this tractor won't move. It's probably something electrical. Package got into it. And he said, oh, the clutch went out. I said, so you drove it in there, you parked it last fall, and now the clutch is out? No, I don't think so. There's probably the problem right there. He just ran away. Oh, look at him. Look at them. They've been in here eating all this poison in here. I can almost guarantee you what we're going to find. They've been eating that poison like it's candy. Wow. Got a disconnect somewhere that I don't know about. Right here. Just have to be in neutral or something. That's not doing anything, the shuttle. It acts like the shuttle's not working at all on it. Okay. Alright, well, let's see. This thing, a couple years ago, I do remember a couple years ago this thing had a problem on this fuse panel here. What the hell, it's just laying there, huh? That's interesting. I don't remember if there were some fuses in here or what the situation was, but I don't remember what the deal was. Should be a fuse panel here. Should be some forward and reverse relays and stuff like that, I think. I don't know 100% certain on that, but that shuttle lever is not doing anything. It ain't the damn clutch, man. Well, what do we got here? We got this is the transmission relay right here. I don't think they're set up like a backhoe where they have a forward, neutral, and reverse relay though. Here's a transmission relay, and there should be a transmission fuse. 5 amp, 10 amp. This one has a transmission insignia and a hitch on it. Number 5, number 1 and 2. So I guess it would be like this actually. Yeah. Yeah. Pull them out and look at them and see what the heck the deal is here. That's the style of fuse that you can't really tell by looking at it. Kinda. I think it's fine. That one appears to be fine as well. Shit. Okay, and then there was another in transmission insignia on this one, number 9, which should be this one right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep. I'd say that fuse is working. Why is it doing that? Sure didn't like that one being pulled out, does it? Okay, it was kind of odd, huh? Oh, is there anything else that would maybe cause... Isn't that like full drive and diff lock right there? I wouldn't think that would cause a no move situation. Well, looks like I need to get my meter or something and see if this, which it's going to be in here like this. Wait a second. You got a light one. Why is it doing that? What the hell, man? Why in the hell is it doing that? See that tractor? Tried to move a little bit. There, all of a sudden it's moving. I don't know why. I don't know what I did. I don't know what I did. Huh. I don't know. Interesting. That's what that is. The e-brake. I don't know what I did, but shit, I gotta put the fuse panel cover back on. Forgot about that. was gonna move it over there. Tractor, the air conditioner seems to leak off and you gotta charge it. I must be in first gear. Bastard, huh? It's moving now, so I don't know. Things do funny things when they sit. Okay, just right down the road from the blown up Swather I was just working on, there's this thing here, and it's kind of acting really funny. I can put my battery jumper, my booster box on it and get it to crank, but it won't crank without it. And then you let off the key and the starter just keeps running. But then it doesn't want to, once I do that, it won't start though. That's what's kind of funny. I did get this off where I can see. I'll show you kind of what I'm talking about. It's got a relay that runs the fuel shut off for the pump. side panel off of here. That'll give us a little bit better access to all this stuff. Okay. I got a 6190R in their shop up there with the IVT out of it torn apart, and I got to figure out where I can get the parts for this thing. I'm going to call that Abilene machine. If they're rebuilding them, then obviously they've got some kind of source for parts on it. That's what I was thinking. But get an extension, 8.3 C series Cummins in it. Okay, they've been beaten on the starter, it looks like. Alright, so it's kind of a really goofy setup. I remember I had taken and made a ground for this relay. Bad ground. I remember running that up to that, and then that somehow works in conjunction with the start, the signal on the starter. So this is the signal on the starter right here, going to that. Okay, and this would be going up to pull in the fuel shut-off solenoid. And I noticed that when I cranked on it, I don't think that was pulling in. Well, let's see. There's going to be a pull in and a hold in. Well, what am I seeing here? That, how come there's only 2 wires going? Where's the third wire at? Should be a third wire here somewhere. Is that the source of all our problems right there? Is that wire that I don't see? What the hell's going on here? Is that what's causing all the problems right there? That wire not being on there, I bet. Yeah, it's loose. Let's see if it'll do anything. Most of the time you can go like that and pull it in by hand. It's magnetized now. I wonder if we can go like this and get it to run. Stay engaged. Charging? No voltmeter on it anywhere? switch. I was doing it wrong because it's got a push button on it. That ground wire was off on that fuel shut-off solenoid when I got to it, and that was causing all these problems. So if you run it off the way it's wired in here, it'll actually crank with this too, but you shouldn't use that. Just turn that on. That's going to put power to the hold-in wire, which is the red one. The white wire is the pull-in, and when you hit the start button, that's going to energize the pull-in wire. Okay, so we got her fixed. We just need to take this connection here. It's loose. Let's just smash it a little bit here. And then put it back together. It's nice and tight. I put this fuel shut-off solenoid in here a couple years ago off a Dodge pickup because Cummins, I called somewhere for one of those and they wanted like $400 for that, and I could get them through an auto parts store, you know, for a Dodge. It's the same damn thing, way cheaper. Okay, let's make sure it still starts after I dip with it. Okay guys, off to the next blow up. I don't know what I got a Swather over there. I got the cutter bar gear case and a rake with the hub and the spindle and the basket. Twin star that the bearings went out on it, destroyed the spindle, destroyed the hub. So anyways, that's probably gonna be the end of this little video, but it's just a normal day for me.